All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, dignitaries, invitees, members of Madras Management Association, management students. A very, very warm welcome to this prestigious MMA Annual Convention 2019 on the theme, Future Forward, India Leaping Ahead. We also welcome our viewers who are watching this convention online. We begin this convention with the inaugural session, and I now invite the dignitaries to take their place on the dais. Please welcome them with a round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, I now welcome the convention chairman, Mr. Ram Venkatramani, Senior Vice President, Madras Management Association, Director, India Pistons Limited, and Managing Director, IP Rings Limited. Can we have a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Mr. Ram Venkatramani, who is a convention chairman. I also invite Mr. L. Ramkumar, President, Madras Management Association, and Chairman, Shanti Gears Limited. Mr. C.V. Subbarao, Honorary Treasurer, Madras Management Association, and Deputy Managing Director, Sanmar Shipping Limited. Our distinguished guests, Mr. Adrian Terron, Head Customer Centricity, Tata Group. Ms. Harmeen Mehta, Global CIO and Head Digital, Bharti Airtel Limited. And Group Captain R. Vijay Kumar, Executive Director, Madras Management Association. A very, very warm welcome to the dignitaries on the dais. Ladies and gentlemen, as a mark of respect to the martyrs who laid down their lives at Pulwama on the 14th of February for the safety and security of our country, history and posterity will mark them as stalwarts, pioneered, resolute and determined human beings who sacrificed their lives for the nation and have now passed into immortality. I request all of you to kindly rise and observe a minute of silence in honor of their memory. Thank you very much. Please remain standing as I now invite Ms. Padmaja to render the invocation song on Lord Krishna.
செங்கனி வாயிலோரு வேக்குழல் வைத்திசைத்து தேனி செய்தான் பொழிவோன் யார் யார் செங்கனி வாயிலோரு வேக்குழல் வைத்திசைத்து தேனி செய்தான் பொழிவோன் யார் யார் செந்தாமரை முகத்தில் மந்தஹசம் புரிந்து செந்தாமரை முகத்தில் மந்தஹசம் புரிந்து சிந்தை திரையாய் கொள்வோன் யார் 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 சிந்தை திரையாய் கொள்வோன் யார் 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 கிளியே கண்ணன் என்றங்கே ஒரு கள்வனுளன் என்று கன்னியர் சொல்வதெல்லாம் மெய்தானோ தஞ்சமெந்தனுக்கு அவள் திருவடி அன்றி வேறு தஞ்சமெந்தனுக்கு அவள் திருவடி அன்றி வேறு தரணியில் இல்லை என்று சொல் 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 தரணியில் இல்லை என்று சொல் 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 கிளியே செங்கனி வாயிலோரு வேக்குழல் வைத்திசைத்து தேனி செய்தான் பொழிவோன் யார் யார்.
Thank you, Madam. May I request Mr. Adrian Terron to kindly present a floral bouquet to Ms. Padmaja. Thank you. Mr. L. Ramkumar is the President of Madras Management Association and Chairman of Shanti Gears Limited. I now invite Mr. Ramkumar to deliver the welcome and introduction.
First of all, very good morning to all of you. Respected members on the dais, Mr. Subbarao, Mr. Ram Venkatramani, Convention Chairman, Mr. Adrian Trennan, Ms. Harmeen Mehta, Mr. Group Captain Vijay Kumar, distinguished invitees, delegates, past presidents of MMA, my colleagues, managing committee members here, delegates from industry, professionals, and various corporates. Also, all those who are watching this live from wherever they are in this world, a very good morning to you and welcome to you, ladies and gentlemen. It's my privilege to welcome you to this inaugural session and to the convention, which is much looked for by all the member delegates, as well as by everybody here in this part of the country. The reason being, the annual convention of Madras Management Association is unique and a signature event on the calendar of our programs every year. Why it is so important and unique? There are three reasons for this. One is the theme of the convention is always contemporary. We have a committee and we brainstorm as to what is apt and what is relevant in today's world. The second thing is we have a structure which looks at the theme from various angles. It looks at various dimensions of the theme. It's not just unidimensional theme. Last but not the least, we've been very fortunate to have very outstanding speakers for various sessions, various themes for which we have proposed this convention. And this year is no exception. Madras Management Association, as you know, is set up with the objective of propagating the management movement in this part of the world to various sectors. It could be to MSMEs, it could be to large corporates, it could be to professionals, and various other sections of the society. And with the state-of-the-art infrastructure we have in Patari Road, it's only gotten better. And I thank all the members who have been supportive of the various new initiatives we have taken at the new infrastructure, MMA House. And no wonder we got, for the 10th year in a row, we were adjudged the best local management association in 2018 by the All India Management Association. And a lot of thanks to the members for their very active support, but for which we wouldn't have got where we are. And when we do an event like this, I don't think the MMA Managing Committee thinks they know everything. We are open to look at what are the best possible ideas we can get, what kind of inputs we can get from elsewhere. And we like to look at knowledge partners who can add value to the convention and to the delegates who are spending a lot of time here. So I'm very glad to say and also thank McKinsey & Company for being our knowledge partner for this year in terms of conceptualizing, designing, evolving the theme, and also arriving at the various contents which you see in the program. Now we come to the convention theme itself. All of us know that we keep reading various things in the newspapers these days, but we know that India is the fastest growing economy in the world. India is also expected to become fifth largest in the world maybe in a couple of years. At the same time, we have a lot of challenges. We have a very democratic kind of a system, open media, and with the general elections coming, I'm sure there's a lot of noise all over. But I think there's one trend which is sure, which cannot be refuted by anybody at all, as India is on the growth path, our future is bright. So we at the committee thought, why can't we very clearly say, we are there. What we need to do is we need to move ahead with great momentum. That's why you see this theme, which is future forward, India leaping ahead. Rather than raising doubts about are we growing, are we at crossroads, are we likely to get this side or that side, but I think here, I think we take a very firm position saying, yes, we are there. Of course, any country, any economy has got challenges, we too have, but I think we have got a hell of a lot of opportunities. That is what all our speakers, who are very outstanding in their own lines, are going to speak about the whole of today. And in terms of the structure, so we said we need to address this. Now, if you want exponential growth or a step jump in growth, you need to be very disruptive. You can't be doing the same old thing. You need to question the status quo. So we said that let's look at how is this disruption going to come from the industry side. And there is one aspect which none of us can actually refute at all or forget or say it's not there, is the digital thing which is going on. I think very much all of us in our day-to-day life are tied to the mobile, for example. We can't live without it. If we missed it for 10 minutes, it's like almost, we lost something very valuable. And more, whatever we do, we order food, we hail a cab, we do anything, we need a mobile. So more and more things, business is also going to be done in this fashion. So we said we need to understand what is the implication of this. If you want to grow forward, you can't ignore this trend. And finally we said, all this is fine, but who makes the change? So this change is made by people. And there has to be an atmosphere of entrepreneurship, innovation, where people are allowed to excel. Now, if we talk about India, well, there may be varying stories told about various things happening in various parts of the country. We cannot deny that we have some fantastic individuals who have created path-breaking historical events. So there are many people who have achieved many things. So we said, why can't we ask some of them to come and speak to us? Because no country can move forward unless individuals have a mindset to excel. So we're going to have some people who have excelled in the field which they have chosen. This is what we will do in the afternoon. And more of it in detail. The convention chairman, Ram Venkatramani, will tell you about how we chose and what are the various things you can expect during the day. I want to specifically talk about the inaugural session, for which Adrian Trenon and Harmin Mehta are here. This is very important today because as you reflect for anything, any organization or any economy, customer comes first. If there is no customer, there is no business. So in our companies, we always tell the people, in order to bring them to focus about customer, saying, it is the customer who pays our salaries, customer who pays the vendors. So if the customer is not there, so in this fast-changing world, also when you want a disruptive kind of growth, I think you can't lose sight of the customer. So we couldn't have got a better person than Mr. Adrian Trenon to talk to us because he's specialized in customer and also how to create customer-centric organizations, which is going to be very interesting for us. Thank you, Adrian, for flying down all the way from Bombay only to address us this morning. Then the other thing, as I told you, which is always with us and something is happening daily, is the digital stuff. Now, the kind of changes that are happening in the digital world are far higher than what anybody can assimilate. But you have to integrate with the digital world. You have to know in whatever business you are in, maybe your business is manufacturing or service or whatever, you need to have how to leverage technology. And I think that's what we are going to hear from Mehta. She's flown all the way from Delhi and she's had experience in various kinds of industries. She's been with financial services companies, she's been with airlines, she's now with a telecom company. And she's flown all the way from Delhi. We welcome you, Ms. Mehta, and look forward to your talk. And finally, I hope all of you enjoy the day and be much more educated about the topic at the end of the day. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Ram Venkatramani is the Convention Chairman, Director of India Pistons Limited, and Managing Director, IP Rings Limited. I now invite Mr. Ram Venkatramani to present the overview of the convention.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Dignitaries on the dais, past presidents of MMA, committee members of MMA, industry leaders, participants, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen. It's indeed my privilege and honor to present you an overview of the convention as the convention chair. Designing a convention for a heterogeneous body like MMA has always been a little difficult. It has to appeal to the widest possible audience. As Mr. Ramkumar spoke about the potential that India as a country has, India is considered one of the emerging superpowers of the world. We are soon to be the 5th largest economy. The potential is attributed to several factors, the primary ones being the demographic trends and a rapidly expanding economy, a growing middle class, and India registered growth of 8.4% in 2018, making it one of the world's fastest growing economies. The present Indian government has embarked on the kind of macro reform economists welcome, including a bid to formalize the economy, widen the tax base through GST, a campaign to curb red tape and corruption. However, there are numerous challenges as well. Amongst the many challenges for India's growth is its ability to produce energy for its swelling population. It's estimated that India's energy consumption will grow at about 4.5% annually to 2035, driven by economic growth, urbanization, rising income, and industrial activity. Despite the many challenges, the outlook remains positive, and the world views India as a country which has the potential to launch itself into a superpower in the world. It is in this context that the MMA Convention 2019 seeks to explore some of these trends and ponder a few burning questions on India's future and how organizations can adapt internally and externally to face these challenges. The convention will also seek to pinpoint what the core drivers of technology and innovation, which could aid growth via focused sessions on 3 broad sub-areas. The first session, using disruption to propel exponential growth. The session number 2, making inclusive growth a reality. And session number 3, peaking individual performance to steer business growth. In a convention of this scale, we obviously can't discuss all the areas, but covering fairly the various key issues to provide a holistic picture of the challenges that we need to address. The year's convention has 3 business sessions sandwiched between the inaugural and valedictory session. A galaxy of distinguished speakers will be addressing the delegates during the convention. At the inaugural session, we are indeed proud to have with us Ms. Harmin Mehta, Global CIO and Head Digital, Bharti Airtel, who's kindly agreed to deliver the keynote address. Mr. Adrian Terran, Head Customer Centricity, Tata Group, would deliver the special address. The convention's special issue of Business Mandate, edited by Group Captain Vijay Kumar, Executive Director, MMA, and his team, will also be released during the inaugural session. At the valedictory session, we have Dr. Santrap Mishra, CEO, Black Carbon, Director, Chemicals Director, Group HR, Aditya Birla Group. He has kindly agreed to deliver the valedictory address, and Mr. Biju Kurian, member of the Strategic Advisory Board, Catterton Asia, will deliver the keynote address during the valedictory session. We have a galaxy of speakers from all over the country addressing the delegates during the convention. The details of the distinguished chairman and speakers for various special sessions are indicated in the speaker's profile booklet given to you as part of the convention delegation kit. I trust all of you will immensely benefit from the deliberations of the MMA Annual Convention 2019. Wish you all good luck and a great experience at the convention. Thank you very much.